Hi, everyone. I am Tara, and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel, Spiritual Talk. Today, I'm doing things just a little bit differently. We're going to talk today about, judgment and self reflection. We are our own biggest judge, okay? And in the process, we end up judging other people, okay? And we forget to look at ourselves. So as I've been going through my journey and doing some going within and looking at my shadow self, my good, bad, and ugly sides, I've been learning new techniques as I've been learning how to meditate. The self-reflection is going within, and I'm going to get into things because to me, as I was going through my journey, I watched Once Upon a Time, all about the fairy tales and what have you. But if you watch that show or series, what have you, with your third eye open or any type of movie, you will actually see what they're telling us. Now, with regards to the self-reflection and judgment and what have you, the past couple nights I've been sitting and I've been watching a part of the Once Upon a Time, and it was with regards to the Ice Queen. Okay. Now, when I watched that beforehand, I was doing some stuff. I actually, if you look, oh goodness, if you look right here, okay, we'll get back to that, the top part, because I just recently figured that out in the past night or two. I've had an experience just over Christmas, just before New Year's, that kind of helped me to look a little more inward. And I started working with this top part. But first off, we're going to talk about, well, it's all about opening the chakras, okay? The chakras from the root to the crown, okay? You have your root, solar plex, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the pineal, and the crown. And if I missed one, I apologize. Because you kind of have like two parts to the heart, okay? You have your lower and the above, and they kind of coincide, hence center. Your heart is center, okay? And if you look on this diagram, I have a circle for here, the pineal gland. I have a circle for the heart, and I have the circle for the belly, okay? Because as you can see, the third eye represents brain one, okay? Top brain to me, okay? And the heart represents the center, okay? And then the solar plex represents brain two, gut, the brain gut, or gut brain, sorry. Okay, so now to me, brain one is up here. So it represents to let go, it represents the ego. So we need to let go of the ego. Okay, the heart chakra, or the heart, is the center, which is the love connection. Okay, and then you have the second brain, brain two, which is to let go of fear, because it all comes from the root to the solar plex. You feel like you get anxiety and it feels like it's in your heart, but it comes from your stomach. It's like, that's why you feel like you're going to throw up most of the time. Okay. Now, this is from my experience. what I've been learning from my own journey. And everybody's journey is different. But if you actually look and you go within, you kind of find the same thing that I'm talking about. Okay, so what I've learned is you have, okay, you start off, you got here. Okay, so I go heart, brain, heart, brain, heart, brain, center. Okay, and when you get in the meditative mode of that and you start with heart, brain, heart, brain, heart, brain, center, you begin to feel the heart chakra, the love connection opening. Kita tumi apetes kiri tatalelo tupore, because tatarian mututu kiria totole kariato, kitotore patetu mirkutu eskiro. Kibiashkala emergia, kipishkria pututia totai, krianta taigeria. Okay, so let going of ego, it's like you don't always have to be right, and you're not always right. But the ego tells us that no, we're the ones that is right, and it gets in the way of the heart because your heart is saying one thing, but the others is saying something different. So you need to bring the three of them together. Okay? Think more here because ego gets rude and ignorant and passes judgment. Okay? So when you connect the three, like I said, it opens the heart chakra. At least it does for me. Everybody's different. But try it. It may just work for you. So the other night, I was sitting and I was having anxiety, and you often see, I have the hand. I don't know if you can see that, but I actually have the hand right up here, starting with the thumb. Okay, if you see, you watch, and you have they're sitting with their legs crossed, and they have the index fingers and the thumbs connected. Okay, and what I learned by doing this and actually letting my body feel what was happening, I found out that when you put the thumb and the index finger together, it affects the root and the solar plex. You can, if when you get in that, you can actually feel it. And as you move to the middle finger, the middle fingers, as you can see up here, I have that it goes to the solar plex and the heart, the lower heart, the lower part of the heart. Okay, so the root goes to the solar plex goes to the bottom part of the heart. You can actually feel it, and it's really like, oh, you can feel the chakras opening. It's pushing up. Okay, so as you move on and you go to the ring fingers and you're holding and you're meditating, you can actually feel the energy move up. And when it moves up into the higher part, the top part of the heart chakra and the throat. From the root to the solar plex, from the solar plex to the heart, from the heart to the throat, and then when you get to the pinky and you hold it there, where you end up feeling is you end up feeling it in the third eye, the pineal gland, and the crown chakra. And when you get it all going, it all, like I said, it aligns, and it's like, and I've told people, because I had somebody, because like I said, we went through something this past week, and a lot of heart chakras have been opening. Love. Okay. There's been upset, anger. I've been feeling a lot of, I've been feeling people's feelings, their hurt, their anger, their emptiness, their love. I've been feeling it all. And that's okay, because I'm meant to be feeling that. Because as I feel it, I am able to figure out how to get this person through it, or people. Okay? So, like I said, root, solar plex. Solar plex, lower heart. Upper heart, throat chakra, sorry. And the pineal, third eye, crown chakra. Okay? And this here works too. Okay? That is the part of opening the heart chakra and opening all the chakras. Okay? Let it go from the bottom up, from the top down. So you take it in, settle, take it up, so it expands. Okay? So when we were going through this, we were driving, and this person said to me that their chest, their heart feels like air. And what I explained to them was the air feeling is the chakra opening. The heart chakra is opening. When you feel the air feeling in your body, it's the heart chakra opening, so, or the chakras opening, so your body becomes lighter. Okay? So it's the part of the meditation that helps you to go inwards, because we're all very judgmental a lot of the time. And it's ego, because as this is how I explain, okay? Because I've heard of what they call project looking glass. Okay? And when I was watching Once Upon a Time, and they were talking about the ice queen, she had a mirror. Okay, a mirror, as you know, is reflection, self-reflection. And when we look at each other, we are a mirror image of each other. So we are self-reflecting each other. Okay? And in that, the curse, spell, what have you, was when you looked in the mirror, you seen the worst in yourself and in others. Because tutto lì totoi e con le mele regiskita tatati tutto kurie. Kita na eno nishkala manu kuria tatoi kuria totoi perché ai. Okay? So when you're looking in that mirror and you're seeing the worst in yourself, or you're seeing the worst in someone else, it's the ego seeing it. We need to see with our heart, and also feel with the gut, like what is right. Okay? The heart, it can burn, because sometimes when you're feeling others' energy, especially if there's anger there, it feels like it's burning. It feels can feel very tight, but you're feeling other people's anger and hurt and frustration. That's why people say, well, I have a panic disorder. Well, remember what I said before. It's not necessarily you're feeling. You could be feeling the emotions and energy from others. Teske anskala tutoria patui. Ki ene tukudata tutule patai panema tutoi aminu kote pitikoi. Okay? So as I said, like Project Looking Glass to me is a mirror. So the mirror image. And we're just seeing the worst in each other right now. And that's why everything is going kaput. That's why we're all fighting. And you're saying, no, I'm right, you're wrong. And no, you got to believe this way, you got to believe that way. Okay? What we need to be doing, the part of going within, is looking at yourself, loving yourself, so that you're able to love others and see the good. See the good things they do, their creative side, opposed to focusing on the bad. Because when you're angry, anger creates anger. Love creates love. They ask how my kid to ye. Bring it together. Okay? So, as I have here, the Ice Queen, the mirror, we've been seeing the worst in people. And we need to switch that to make the change. Oh, crap. Det ska önskala är det är bara jag ko jag ami ska ami och det är jag men total är det det. Keep it to the end and skina na är I actually had someone tell me, because we got into it. Like, it was just like I had rage. And it was like it wasn't my own rage. It was like it was coming from somewhere else. But this person, they think it's like, oh, you're possessed, you're satanic because you can do this, you're like, that's satanic stuff. Well, no, it's not satanic stuff. You got the good, but you also have the bad, and you got to make the good outweigh the bad to get rid of the bad. Bringing together, healing. Mishkai tule pode aporiato mi krue. Kisku tutoleta se tupidiamenti kutai se eskala ero pue setatai. Okay, so when you're bringing it together, like I said, they all start to open and the air starts to flow through. I told someone today, like, we're getting goopy. It's like our eyes are sticky, but it kind of feels like you got air in your eyes. Well, that's because the third eye chakra and the crown chakra is beginning to open. Sometimes it feels like your brain is just going to, like, your head is just cracking open. That's a calcification coming from the pineal gland, the third eye. This is the light coming in, and it's purging and bringing, as I speak, it purges out and new comes in. And that's for you and your higher self. It's not satanic. It's actually codes to help you wake up and enlighten you and bring you to your higher self. Okay? So see the best in people, not the worst. Focus on the best. And if you can, watch Once Upon a Time, the episode of The Ice Queen. I think it's the second season, but I'm not sure. It's actually very enlightening, the whole show, like the whole series. right from the beginning to the end, because it does. It points out what we're going through right now, because there are curses, there are spells, and magic, and what have you, and certain entities and elites and what have you don't want you knowing that, because you can connect to God without help, because you go within. The heart. God is love. Love is God. Love is the infinite energy. That is light signing. Okay. It's also clearing, energy clearing. Okay. Now, I have here AI and how to recognize it. Okay. And it's also like, some of you probably seen the movie The Matrix. Okay. And you got the Mr. Smiths. Okay. The Mr. Smiths are jumpers. It's AI technology. It's AI. Okay. And they're jumping. It's a virus. Okay. So it's breathe, Tara. Okay, so I've been noticing when your third eye is open, you actually start seeing it for what it is. I've told people before that if you're with somebody and you're talking with them or what have you, and they're one way, and then all of a sudden it's like a total personality switch. They say it's a personality disorder, but what it actually is I call them jumpers. It's it it's it is. It's like it's a spirit. It's a jumper. Okay. So, also another way, because I was on, and I've been noticing it more often when someone changes on the internet. Like if you're face chatting, and all of a sudden their whole demeanor and their personality, it all changes. Well, I was watching someone live, and I'm telepathic and AI, what have you. So I was watching this person, and like the energy was there. It was like high, and like it was just like somebody was stoned. Okay. Like they were just high on life. And then all of a sudden, the internet started acting weird. It was glitching. And then the voices didn't match up with the speaking. Okay. When that happens, that's when you know that something is happening. AI technology is interfering. Because this person was, and then all of a sudden, like they do tarot cards, and then all of a sudden, they couldn't do them. Okay. And if I am glitching, or my mouth is not in sync with my voice, it's not me. It's probably AI, because my demeanor would change, and it kept my voice somewhat, but it changed me. Okay. So, so getting back, this person, They couldn't even read their tarot cards anymore. It was like, what? Like, what's going on here? And then I realized, and it was just like, they kind of get cocky when you realize that it's them. So what I did was I told them that I know what you are, and I know that you're not that person. So I'm not giving you my attention. And I automatically closed out the video. They don't like that, but that's okay. Because what they're looking for is the attention. Okay? Kind of like a narcissist. A narcissist likes attention. A narcissist always has to be right. Hence, they're ego based. They're mainly in this brain, the ego. So we need to set the ego aside, because we need to go in our heart so that we can help others. Okay? These are tools that I'm putting out there. This is tools that I've been using and figuring out things. And you start, like, when people are talking, or you're watching something. I posted a video about the cure for cancer. There are cures for cancer out there, and they're being used. Only it's not in your mainstream media. It's not in your mainstream healthcare. These are things that we need to go looking for. I posted on my Facebook the documentary. Dr. Baczynski, I think his name was. I'm purging. That's what's happening. It's like bringing out the truth. And for some, the truth hurts, and people don't want to look at the truth because sometimes it's just too hard to comprehend. Hence, the going within, the meditation, as you find things out. And as you start doing it and you find things out, you become more enlightened. And once you realize and recognize what's happening, it becomes easier to recognize. It becomes easier to purge and realize the awakening. We can't wake people up. We can give them the information, but we can't make them listen. And what's our truth may not be theirs because they're not ready. And that's okay, because everybody wakes up in their own time. And this here, getting this activated to see, okay, this is said to be God's eye. The third eye is God's eye. It's the seeing eye. It's what sees truth. And the looking glass, it has a glaze over it so that we see the worst, but we need to see the best in ourselves and in everyone else. Because people, it's the part of judgment. We're in judgment now. Okay, we're in God's judgment, and God's judgment is the part of going within. And don't judge others until you're able to judge yourself first, and then still don't judge others because you don't know what's going on. Okay? Okay. I'm purging, and that's my higher self that comes out to kind of enlighten, and it's others that are we're coming through. That's like, I'm always channeling my higher self. And that's why I am able to just start, like, I just speak it, because I am me. I'm just ready. I'm just preparing myself for the day that all my chakras become aligned and I get that frequency where I just levitate. I actually had somebody tell me that in 99 when I used the Ouija board and I was becoming enlightened then and coming to truth and what have you. There was a lot of bad stuff going on at that time too. And they told me that 2 people came in the room and I was levitating off the bed. Yes, guy. We are able to levitate. It's getting all the chakras aligned and becoming light, the light body, enlightened. I know that there's been times like if I'm sitting around people and I'm just down like this, and then all of a sudden my body just starts like lightly lifting up, it's because I'm getting on that love frequency and my chakras are aligning. And when that, sometimes it freaks me out and I just go like that and I haul it back. But for everyone, there's gonna come a day when you're going to align. And we are going to levitate and lift off the ground and be able to fly. We're going to be able to do this stuff that they tell us that, well, no, you're hallucinating. When you're seeing things and they tell you you're seeing, you're actually seeing, because it means this is open. I know that there's times when I get air right here and it's just like, sometimes there was sometimes it gets, when the air comes through, it can be, it gets really cold feeling and it's wicked. It's awesome. It's like, whoa, it's better than any kind of drug high. Yes, okay. Diskito to ne mato te endo mai ketai. Diskito mai ketana. Yes, ke mitoi. Piketaina. 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 Piketotale. Piketotole. Piketotole. Expanse. So I'm actually glad I came on and did this. I actually had all this on a piece of paper. So just remember that if somebody seems different, it's when they go from good to ugly and all they want to do is fight and bicker. You have a jumper. It's not that person anymore. Not at that moment. So you showed love because they don't like it. So you show love to that person. Because no matter how ugly they are on the inside, everybody deserves love. Home is where the heart is, and the heart is within you. And your heart chakra, your heart, emits way more energy than any other chakra. And when you get them all aligned, you rise above. So if there ever comes a day when, not if there ever comes a day, there's going to be a day where I lift up off the ground. Where you lift up off the ground. And when you see this, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. We need to Embrace the love. Embrace the light feeling, because you end up feeling like you're just you end up feeling like you're air. And I'm here to say, when that happens, it feels awesome, because it means that you have let go of all your anger, your trauma, and your fears. And that is why I say, be big, bold, and brave. Miss Kiriotoin, because kala non yata. Kiriotori is Kiriotoin. Mikatonina, Miss Kimendo. So I'm going to leave you with that today. I want to thank you all for coming and joining me. I'd love to hear your comments. I know that some are thinking that you're a crazy lady, and that's okay, because I know I'm not. And I know I'm not satanic or anything like that, too. I am enlightened, and it feels good. Miskia morchukaletoy, piketotay matiskia. Ipotodeskadamatutiaitai. Mikushkalamanakuriata, ikutieskumike. Piletotoriapathietikai. Isalalotukuriatatai mikutu. Mishkana. I'm sending you all. Sorry, my eyes are getting, it's like air. I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings, and most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone wanting and willing to receive it. Love yourself. Go within and let that heart chakra flow. It's like the Grinch. Remember, it can be painful. It was painful for him, as he showed. It can be painful, but let it flow. Let that air come through and just. And remember, let go of ego, brain, let go of fear, solar plex. Feel the love connection, heart. Heart, brain, heart, brain, heart, brain, center. And the fingers, root, solar plex, lower heart, throat, third eye, crown, the chakras. I love you all. Have a great evening. Stay safe. Go forward with love. Yes, yeah.